when we have unpredictable economic conditions that this country is facing now, if we look at the past history, let's say going back to the Great Depression, Minnesota went through the Great Depression with much less pain than a lot of our neighboring states. And the reason is that it had in comparison with other states, it had a diversified job base. It had a diversified economy. We were blessed with mining and manufacturing and agriculture at that time. We are in a far different position now than what our historical past had been during economic crisis. We do not have the robust mining operation going on as we did then. We do not have the manufacturing. That has left the state essentially. Much of it is going overseas, and other times it's going to other states. I think we need to look, at least for our state, if we're going to start relying on prognostications that now are being discussed as being, are they as accurate as they once were? Can they ever be accurate? I'll give that as a fair argument, because there are external factors that from time to time. But I think if we're going to be making shifts in what we do to spur on the economy, we've got to start recognizing the historical aspects of where we were and where we are now. We are not in the same position as we once were. We now are shifting more to a service-oriented economy, not relying on manufacturing, not relying on mining, and I don't think our tax policies are reflecting the current status of where our jobs are in the state. Our tax system is recognizing the past, and we're not recognizing the present, and I don't think we're mapping out a direction of where the future is either. I think we need to start really looking at where the state has been and where it's going, and I think we're in completely different worlds. So where do we go from now? I think we have to look at our state the way it really is and understand, where do we get our jobs and where are we going? I think the state of Minnesota needs jobs. I don't think it's been growing in a robust way. That's debatable, of course. But I believe that much of our job picture and the failure to have adequate number of jobs for our state is based on how we're treating business in the state of Minnesota. I believe when you have close to 20-some states that don't even have corporate income tax, and on top of it, they're in southern climates that attract businesses there, I don't think our answer has been we provide lots of these little tax credits for individual industries. We've been doing it for 30, 40 years. We've had 30, 40 years, I think, of moderate, if anemic, success in developing job development in the state of Minnesota. I think we need a wholesale reform of the entire tax structure in the state of Minnesota. I think nothing is going to get us to the robust growth of jobs until we do that. And we just keep nibbling around the edges. And we rely on prognostications that reflect a pessimistic and an optimistic view. And then all we get is a wide range of what it might just be. And then on top of it, we have one external factor that blows that all apart. I think we're relying on the wrong numbers. I think we need to start doing a forward, proactive approach to tax policy as well as job development. That I believe is a tide that will raise all boats. And I think that should be the goal of what we do in the state. And I don't think it has been going in that direction for not only many years, but a number of decades.